Raise your hand and get your microphone.
Justin, a lot to unpack here, obviously. You guys did a lot of good things, but 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. What's your assessment of how it came apart?
We need to make another stop on D, and then we got to hold on to the football. Yeah.
How's your locker room, and what's the mood?
Disappointed. Yeah, disappointed. Had a lot of opportunities to win. Very competitive game. You guys competed hard. Ultimately, offensively, when we didn't turn the ball over or get a 15-yard penalty, we moved it and scored it most of the time. Defensively, when we had them backed up, I think they had 18 drives total, which is a lot of drives. And it's a very talented group. And when we had them backed up, we played them pretty good. When they started normal drive start territory, unfortunately, there was 4 that started in our territory, and those were 4 touchdowns. So, field position, starting field position, the number of drives made it more difficult for us. Late in the game, we had some opportunities to make a play here or there to change the outcome, and we just couldn't quite come up with it. And it's a very talented team we just competed with and had a number of chances to win, and we didn't do it, so locker room's disappointed.
Okay, other questions in the room? Let us know. Doug?
Coach, Doug Parrish here. Fernando, I think that he played a really good game in terms of, the yards. He had 292 yards, 2 touchdowns. But he was really connecting with his wide receivers, and they had a really good flow going out there. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good, the RPO game was hidden. I mean, we ran the ball pretty efficiently. We threw it pretty efficiently. It's the turnovers. I mean, that's the story. Turnovers, and we had 2 drives stalled out due to 15-yard penalties. So we got to do better there. We got to hold on to the football. Playing a team like that, you can't give them that many opportunities. 18 drives for that offense, and then defensively we have to find another. We got 1 takeaway, but the difference in the turnovers were obviously huge in the game.
Okay, other first-round questions. Anybody else have a first-round question that hasn't asked one? Okay, we'll go ahead and second round. Go ahead, Jeff.
You took Jaden out, I think, second play of the fourth quarter. Is he injured again? Or?
Jaden was not allowed to go back in, or wasn't able to go back in, I should say. So I haven't talked to that was during the game. He was not able to continue, and so we'll get more information after this on what that means moving forward. So.
You did get, I believe, the first time you've seen Justin Williams-Thomas play. What did you think of what he was able to contribute?
Oh, he had a couple of good runs in there. We'll see. There was a lot of the front, our offensive line and tight ends, and they were doing a pretty good job on all the run stuff. Again, we were moving the ball. Really, the only time at the start of the third quarter was really not good there for 3 drives in a row where we went backwards. But Justin did a good job. Jaden, we were banged up, and so we had to call on some guys, running back and linebacker and D-line, kind of everywhere. So,
what did you think of Fernando's game?
I think he's just going to keep getting better. He's very, very competitive. He sees the game well, and he can communicate on the sideline what he's seeing. Traditionally, he just hasn't made the same mistake twice. He made a poor decision on the throw coming out, which he'll have to learn from. Early in the game, putting the ball on the ground. I would hope he'll learn from that one, because those are mistakes that we can't have. But I think Fernando's going to continue to improve because he can digest what he's seeing, he can learn, and I think he threw some really good balls today, and he stands in there with no fear. I mean, he's not worried about getting hit. And we had a couple other opportunities in the pass game to make some big plays, and we made some good ones. We just needed to make a couple more.
I think everybody in the stadium was expecting you to go for two, wanted you to go for two. Was there any hesitation on your mind?
No.
Okay, we'll go to Doug Parrish.
Yeah, just a quick question on, I've been watching football for a while and I haven't seen coming back out on halftime and have 1 second on the clock. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. It had zero impact on the outcome of the game. I want to make that clear. I've never seen it before. I don't know that it's ever happened before. And I also want to be clear, it had nothing to do with the officials who were on the field. The officials who are on the field, they do a good job. That's a good crew. I think, none of the crews are perfect, just like we aren't. I think they're good officials. And so that is not on them. Here's what I was told. There's a review booth, the Pac-12 has a review. It's here. And after the play was over, the review booth told the officials, half's over. So they sent, we were told to go in. So the officials on the field relayed the message to us, half's over, go in the locker room. Something happened. I don't know what. I can't answer that. And I was told to come back out and confer with the officials, and they were gonna have a one play with 1 second to start it's not the second half, it was the end of the first half after the band played. But that came from Pac-12 review, so the only people that can answer that is the Pac-12 office and the head of officials and the Pac-12 game review board and the review officials, but not the officials on the field. They had nothing to do with that. They were relaying information from the booth. So I'm sure I'll get some email or call, but I don't really care. That's what happened and people deserve to know. It did not have any bearing on the outcome of the game, but that's what happened.
Okay, you go to Thomas Chen.
Coach, you talked about obviously playing to win the game with that 2-point call. How much, in addition, and relying on your defense if you were able to get a stop, how much, if at all, was there an additional factor of the laundry list of injuries that you had experienced over the course of the game?
Yes, that absolutely plays into it. You got to know who's available, who you're playing with on offense, who you're playing with on defense. You got balls on the 3-yard line. It's under a minute to go. They've already had 18 drives. I mean, there's just a lot to consider there, but I considered all that and took all that in, but it took, a matter of seconds this is at the beginning of the drive. We're going to go down the clock. Based on where the clock was, there's going to be some decision to make, how much time is left. But it became pretty clear to me.
And then obviously trying to contain Caleb Williams is just a laundry list of tasks you have to do to achieve that. How do you feel like your guys' containment coverage went?
Not good enough. We pressured him some, we covered him some. We went into the game watching everybody that's played him for a number of years. You also have to think about your matchups, because sometimes, you want to, we need to run more zero. And some of the man matchups gave us some issues, to be honest. So we really tried to mix it up. And I think our team competed really hard. They have some very, very talented players. We did not play perfect. We needed to play better. We needed to get one more stop somewhere, either in our territory. We needed to find another turnover, a tip ball, a couple opportunities. We had the ball out, I think, early in the game on a screen. Find a way to come up with that one. Maybe the tip ball interception, something. And we just came up short across the board, unfortunately.
Okay, any other questions in the room? Okay, anybody on Zoom with a question, let me know. Okay, thank you.